Going on, everyone? Hope you can see me, hope you can hear me. Tyler here, the cruise junkie, coming at you a little live early. Galveston pilot heading on board. Just want to go live a little early so y'all can see that. Welcome to the show, everyone. We're watching Mariner of the Seas pulling Galveston live. Again, hope you can hear me. If you do, make sure y'all let me know in the chat loud and clear. Again, looks like we can see us just fine. Just hopefully y'all can hear us. Again, we're watching the pilot board. Well, we're not really watching. We can't really see much from here, but pilot's board now means we'll get underway here in about 15 minutes or so. So if you have any cruise questions, make sure to put that in the chat live on YouTube. We are streaming this show live there on YouTube. If this goes well, we'll be doing this a lot more often. Mariner of the Seas will be spinning today, which we'll get into more of that, the logistics behind that in just a minute. Let me zoom out a little bit. But there you go. You can see the Mariner of the Seas. As mentioned, she will be spinning around today in the Turn Basin. So yeah, seeing the chat, the Alyssa just sailed by. Yes, it did. There's a little pilot boat Lone Star coming in. Here comes another pilot boat from Houston Pilot Swap here. Thought I'd show you this as we wait for the Mariner of the Seas pilot to get on board. We got the pilot boat Houston heading out now to the ditch. So here goes pilot boat Houston, all of its beauty. Houston pilots are the two pilot associations on the ditch, besides the federal pilots, of course. So the two state pilot associations maintaining pilotage in the Houston-Galveston area. Look, they're gonna meet. And for the folks tuning in, we're just watching some pilot boat activity as we wait for the Mariner of the Seas to start dropping lines. I'll go ahead and zoom in on the upper decks. If y'all are watching this from the ship, make sure to put that in the chat. And I'll see if I can zoom in. Maybe by the stern. Fortunately, it looks like the bow is not quite going to be able to get to today until she starts spinning. Just because of the current position with the camera and stuff. But so any questions, make sure to put them in the chat. I got my friend Zach, Captain Zach here. He's going to be monitoring the chat today, so if you have any questions, he's going to alert me to those. Yeah, we're going to try to just pan around here, get some shots of the ship.
Galveston pilot, don't screw up.
So you can see some shots of the upper deck. I'm in the silver truck here, so you should be able to see me with all my camera and gear. Let me know where you're watching this from on the Mariner of the Seas. Again, we should be able to get a really good view of the helipad. If you're up by the helipad, we should be able to get a good view. Fortunately, no drone today. Just gonna here filming this for y'all. There's a flow rider. If you're over by the flow rider, there y'all. If y'all are again watching this on board, make sure to give me a wave here on the way out. Captain Zach, any comments of interest?
No, just happy to be out here on this beautiful day in Galveston. It's our favorite ship leave.
Yeah, our favorite ship, Mariner of the Seas, at least my favorite ship. I love the Mariner of the Seas, so she's here. Again, I'm trying to get you punched in to see some of the things. Nothing much happening here. Again, pilot right now is walking up to the bridge. So while that is going on, you probably got another about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes till they start taking lines. Again, I wanted to go early here because, speaking of pilot, there you go, pilot away. So pilot's heading up to the bridge as we speak. Get on board, do the master pilot exchange, and should start dropping lines momentarily. Pilot boat Galveston today. Those pilot boats are beasts. I remember talking about earlier. I had the lucky chance to be on the pilot boat absolutely insane, those boats. So much space on there compared to what we got in Florida. It's pretty crazy. And pilotage plays a really important role. A lot of folks wonder why I focus on it so much. The pilots, you know, if it's not for the pilots, these ships could be having run aground and not be able to safely navigate the local waters. The pilots are just essential for keeping everything moving. Of course, if you see my piloted series, you'll see all that covered already. So, all right, now we just start and wait for things to start dropping lines. Again, if you have any of those cruise questions, put those in the chat as we get ready to watch the Mariner of the Seas get underway here from the port of Galveston. Ah, there you go. Oh. Any areas y'all want me to focus on? I mean, I'm gonna start dropping lines. We'll show you some of that. Just let me know in the chat. Right now, I'm just trying to show you guys some of the ship before she gets underway here. Yeah, I do believe Jewel of the Seas is about to be finished here with her season there, Nathan, at Best of Boat Worlds. So I do believe that she is about ending her season here in Galveston, which is unfortunate. I don't believe she's returning next year. I don't know if that's confirmed. I'll have Captain Zach, if you don't mind, sir, go looking into that, figuring out if that is her last cruise indeed. A lot of the ships here, it is their last cruise of the season. Which is the unfortunate thing. I know Harmony will eventually start going to the 6 and 8 nights, so that means, yeah, it's getting closer to the summertime. Good news is this winter we're pretty busy with ships here. MSC coming in. The Moonlight Adventures. What's going on? Hope y'all are well. Go way back to the Moonlight Adventures. I was on their podcast, shoot, before I came out here to Galveston, so good times back in the day.
I don't think the Jewel's coming back, honestly. I don't see any more itineraries.
Check the Galveston cruise schedule. It should say LC. So we're looking at that. Captain Zach doesn't see much on the radar in terms of Jewel coming back. We're gonna keep you posted here. Maybe this Saturday is her last cruise again. Maybe if y'all know in the chat better, let me know. Cruising scene, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. To me, she is the perfect size. Yeah, the Mariner of the Seas is my favorite ship. It is, you can't get any better than that. Still waiting for dropping lines here. I'll get tugboat action. So, again, trying to keep y'all entertained here.
Oh, no, she's gone. No, she's not coming back.
All right, Captain.
No, she's coming back.
All right, we got some word for Captain Zach about the Jewel of the Seas. You want to tell him, Zach?
Yeah, so Jewel is coming back here, but she's not doing another sailing. She's dropping passengers off, and she's going to, I believe, South Florida. Oh, she's sailing from my favorite place, Port Everglades. She's doing 3 nights there for a couple while, and then, let's see here. Yeah, just doing a couple 3 nights, and then moving on to 4 nights, and then that's pretty much it. Round trip sailings from Fort Lauderdale.
There you go. You heard it there, folks. You heard it there. Jewel of the Seas leaving Galveston, turning and burning on Saturday. Unfortunately, it probably means that I won't be able to capture it. In terms of nautical college, we got change of command, meaning I'm no longer a freshman. So that means I won't be able to be around for that probably about noon departure, because we get done at about noon. However, I will be here for Jubilee. I don't know if I'll go live or just film a video or fly the drone. Not sure yet what the plan of attack will be, but I will let y'all know. Get any cruise questions, let me know. It's Bay, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, the Moonlight Adventures, yeah, it's been a minute. Absolutely, it has. Appreciate those kind words. It's been busy. It's been busy this semester, I won't lie. It's been kicking my butt. Learning some good stuff, good practical ship stuff, but very, very complicated. Here's had TNAV chart plot tests today. I think I did okay. I mean, obviously there's room for improvement, but Did a little bit of chart plotting, which I think is fun. It is a little bit of a learning curve, and it's something that really takes time to get fast to learn. Other things such as, for the other one, was there, like latitude, longitude, time, ETAs. It really combines everything that you learn. So that was super fun today. Get you some ambulances. Hopefully that's not a delay for the cruise ship. Looks like they are not loading anything, so we're just waiting for them to start dropping lines. Again, any cruise questions, let me know. Someone says, I missed my Dear Mariner. Yeah, I miss it too. I mean, well, I see it right now. Oh, there they go. Start dropping lines. I mean, I missed it in Canaveral. That's what I meant to say. So, yeah, no, it's good stuff here. Appreciate all 43 of you watching us right now. Again, folks, we are in the fun part of the stream now, where Mariner will actually get underway, start spinning. Hopefully the stream will last us all the way through. I think it will, which will be absolutely amazing. True Texas Girl says, I still like the Adventure out of the Voyager class. That's the one ship, funny enough, that's the one Voyager class ship I have not sailed. So I've sailed every Voyager class ship except the Adventure. So I've done Voyager once as a passenger, twice with pilot. Pilots don't really count, but I've done Mariner too many times, probably about 6 or 7. Unfortunately, none of the times out of Galveston. I heard it's really great sailing out of Galveston. I wouldn't personally know. I mean, our good friend Captain Zach here, he works at the cruise terminal on the part-time. So if you see him around in the fall, go ahead and say what's up.
We'll be back.
Yep.
You'll see him in a couple of videos.
So Captain Zach works at the cruise terminal. I'm trying to get a job for Royal Caribbean, but I don't know. They're not really opening up positions for inter cruises here for a terminal agent, which means it's probably a good job to get. So again, watching them drop lines at this moment. The stream is skipping. I do apologize for that. Again, we are streaming out here in, I want to call it the real world, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, it looks like we has dropped some frame rates, which is not great, but again, we are streaming this live out here with no Starlink or anything like that. We're just streaming this off of a nice camera, nice microphone, and a computer. By the way, I should turn the main traffic back up so we can hear that. So again, this is a relatively new concept. I showed you what on Sunday for the Harmony. This is kind of the first one I was able to come back out and film of the Mariner. So I've changed a lot of things to make this stream better. This was always one of my plans when I came to Galveston, was to show y'all the live streams of the cruise ships. Since I can pretty much be here. Holy shoot, dude!
Use some pilot boat.
Double. We talking double pilot boats here, dude. We got the Houston off in the ditch, and we got the Bayou City, one of their bigger boats, about to head out. She's trimmed by the bow here.
About like 2 feet or something.
Yeah, you can hear that. Captain Zach selling that.
What's going on over there?
Bayou City out doing their thing. Big old pilot boat. There you go. You heard it there. They are dropping lines. Be underway about 5 minutes for the Mariner of the Seas. And again, we'll be live here until they turn and burn and get out of here. Again, we do appreciate each one of you joining us for the stream. If you have any of those cruise questions, put those in the chat as we watch the stream. I like to commentate the stream, just so you're not listening to dead air. There's nothing really to hear here. Like, I mean, I know it's like rhymes here, but there's nothing really to be heard, except if you want to hear maybe the horn. I mean, I'll shut up for that, obviously. Yeah, I heard about that. The Mariner of the Seas moving to New Orleans in November. Means we'll get the Liberty of the Seas taking its place. Personally, I'm a little disappointed in that. Liberty is not my favorite ship. I have sailed every class, every ship in the Freedom class, excuse me. She was not my favorite. I haven't personally sailed Freedom since the amplification, but Liberty, just something off about it. I personally think Independence is the best in the class. I haven't sailed Freedom since amplification. Liberty, again, when she gets her amplification, I think she'll be a lot better, but I mean, I don't really know. Again, folks, we're just watching those lines about to drop. So we should be off the dock here soon.
I think we can hear the thrusters going on the other side.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear here with the car, but Captain Zach was just, you know, telling me that we should be able to hear the thrusters are, you know, and usually we can hear those thrusters start turning up. Just today with the car, and I don't know what this audio sounds like. Hopefully it sounds pretty crystal clear, I would hope. I mean, again, did upgrade this microphone, so we're waiting for 4 more lines to drop, and we should get underway. Well, 4 more stern lines. So the bow, don't know what's going on there.
Stern line and spring line waiting to come off. Some of the few things we went up. There we go. Last lines are coming off the dock. And once those are up, we'll get our 3 blasts getting underway astern, and then she'll be backing up. And as Cruise Junkie said, turning and burning out of here. Doing a 4-night, 5-night to Cozumel. It's pretty good. I wish I was on her right now, I can say. But we are being called back into school for our core required activities.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do have core operations that kind of make, well, and STCW classes that kind of make these weekend cruises pretty, well, not a weekend, they're kind of like 4 nights. Yeah, she'll be back on Monday. So she'll be going, as Captain Zach said, she'll be at Cozumel on Saturday, back here on Monday. As Mate Joe would say. Oh, yes. That's our great Mate Joe, the master at nautical charts, the legend Mate Joe. Absolute.
Such a guy.
Amazing teacher. He teaches you a subject that is extremely complex. It makes it a little bit more reasonable here. So, good old Mate Joe. Oh, let me get you all a little bit better view. That's a little bit better. So, folks, again, we have the chat rolled up here. Someone in the chat's going on the Jubilee all the way over there in September, Regal in February. All right, I'm going to be quiet here for a second. We'll start the chat up in a minute. Mariner's about to blow her horn, so let you all hear that, hopefully. Again, folks, we're going to start commentary back up in a minute. Just waiting for those blasts off the dock. Should be about 4 blasts. 1 off the dock, and then another 3 when they're pulling astern. We're just waiting to hear those. Any minute now.
It's nice. It's better than weak or using cold weather, so.
Off the dock she goes. The start to vacation. Captain Zach's about to say, I think it's pretty weak today.
The horn blast? Well,
pretty deep.
Those weren't exactly consistently timed, but you know, at least we got it. Some days she comes off the dock, doesn't even blow the horn. That's not exactly rules of the road compliant.
Again, this is Captain Zach. We're talking here, the master mariner.
I don't know about that, but
back to the chat we were talking about. Someone's going on Regal. Will I be live here for the Harmony on Sunday? I should be. There should be no reason why I'm not live. I should be back live maybe again next Monday too for the Mariner. Who knows what the plan is for these live streams. My goal is to do them as much as I can because they're fun to do. I like chatting with y'all. I know y'all like seeing these cruise ships depart live. I like showing them to you. So this doesn't get any better than this. We're going to punch in a little bit. We're showing you come off the dock. As you see, it's going astern. We're going to punch in now and get on the shots of the upper deck, see some of the people on there. If you're on the ship right now watching this, enjoy your vacation. Again,
It's quite a Sailaway party going on.
it's gonna be a good
up there.
facility party up there. When will the T.S. Kennedy sail the world cruise? Captain Zach knows a lot more about that. You want to go ahead and take that?
T.S. Kennedy sailing the world cruise? Well, she only has one more cruise, and that's the one I'll be on before she's put in the Ready Reserve fleet, I believe. For those of you that don't know, part of our curriculum is to get our sea days out in the ocean, and that is on board the T.S. Kennedy. So I believe May 18th, we'll be getting underway from Galveston, and our first port of call is New York, New York. The city's so nice to name it twice. And after that, we'll spend about 3 days there, then spend another 10 days out in the North Atlantic, making our way to Belfast, Ireland, Northern Ireland, the crown jewel of this voyage. We're all looking very forward to it.
A remote control boat. Folks, you can't really see it on camera. I'm trying to, obviously show you the ship departing now, but there's a remote control boat. It's pretty cool. Like a full-size vessel. Remote control. Pretty neat.
Anyway, going back to the T.S. Kennedy, yeah, we'll be spending about 60, plus or minus 60, 70 days on her this summer before she returns back to Galveston, and then we'll be getting our new ship, the T.S. Lone Star State. Quite the upgrade in, I believe, October. We're all looking very forward to that and can't wait to be on board her for the next sea term.
Nikki said she'll gonna be on the Mariner next month. Awesome, enjoy.
Okay. Have fun, Nikki.
Yeah, we won't be here for that. We'll be back though in August, but hey, y'all enjoy. It's gonna be a great cruise on her.
Stick around for more Port Canaveral content.
Yeah, we'll be back in Florida ports starting in May.
Everglades action. You think you'll come by?
Well, we don't know yet, so I can't really comment too much on the plans. Don't really know what's going to be happening this summer. We're playing it by year here, but it's going to be a good summer. Back in Florida again, some of those Florida port content here for y'all. So there you go, folks. Hopefully, if you're on the upper decks of the Mariner of the Seas, y'all can see yourself. We're going to go ahead and get a close shot of the bow now. This is personally my favorite spot to be on a Sailaway here. Deck 4. Love this spot. You get a shot of the pilot transfer. I mean, obviously, I know most people don't really as obsessed with the pilot transfer as I am, which I know it's a little interesting, but
it's a dangerous job, but someone's got to do it,
There's some lifeboats and life rafts there, folks. The reason I mentioned that here is got a lifeboat exam tomorrow, so after this I'm going to be going back there and locking in on that lifeboat, the Murphy book. A little behind the scenes there for y'all. As you can see, the Mariner Seas coming off the dock at this time. Cruising steam will be on the Mariner in September. Awesome. Hope you enjoy your cruise out of here at Galveston. Yeah, she's going to New Orleans in November. It's either November or I think it's February. Not quite sure when, but I know there is a day when Allure and Mariner are here together. So I think it's November of next year.
We're looking forward to that. It's going to be a while, but
yeah,
I've been on the Allure twice, I think. I just got off her before she went away and for amplification in Europe. It's nice having that classic cruise experience. No water slides. No, it's nice having the water slides, but it's nice Oasis class ship one more time without the whole cabanas, water slides, many activities. So, but she's better now. She was a little rusty. She had quite a few issues, but I'm sure the fine people at Cadiz in Spain did a nice job renovating her.
Oh yeah, unfortunately she isn't here for long. I think maybe 4 months. She isn't here for long though, unfortunately. Symphony of the Seas will be a long-term replacement until I think Icon or something. I don't know if that's still happening. Who knows? There was rumored months ago that was going to happen, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'll punch back in on the upper deck, see if y'all are up there. If y'all, again, I know some of y'all who are on the ship are watching this live, so. Oh, there you go. You hear the pilots doing their thing.
Someone yell? Someone yell. I'm confused there.
Again, a beautiful day on the Mariner of the Seas. Perfect day to go on a cruise vacation. Always is, especially down here from Galveston. The getaway to the Gulf. The 4-night cruise to Cozumel, folks. Back on Monday. As mate Joe says, Monday. Hope you all having a great day on a Thursday. The weekend is upon us. The folks who get to enjoy the weekend off, like, hopefully looking forward to it. For the folks working through it, hey, making them money. Fortunately, that's a great thing about being a merchant mariner, or unfortunately, you don't gonna get any days off. But hey, it's part of the job. All right, we're gonna try to set the camera up, see it spin. I don't know if it will work. So I mean, it will work, but I don't know if it will be spot on. So you'll eventually see the ship spin around. So I'm gonna leave it stationary here. We're still have commentary here.
What an interesting situation. There's a bunker barge trying to pass her relatively close. It's a bit of a dangerous situation.
It's B says we're going on the Brilliance in September. That's awesome. Great ship. Actually, the Brilliance of the Seas was my very first cruise I sailed on back in, I think, 2014. Been on so many I've lost track of the exact day, but great cruise, 4-night, 5-night. There's a tug and barge behind it. You hear in the radio traffic. This is a 5-night cruise to Key West and Cozumel on the Brilliance of the Seas out of Tampa Bay. That was a beautiful cruise.
Cozumel, Mexico.
Yeah, Captain Zach giving me some crap for my pronunciation, which is okay. It's okay.
A lot of Mate Joe's pronunciation.
Yeah.
Cozumel's a great place. Haven't been there since my first post-COVID cruise to Regal Princess in 2021 of November.
Samantha says, can't wait to be on her next week. Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy the cruise. You're on the Monday sailing or the Saturday sailing next week? Let me know. I'll be here all next week, so I'll be back live. If she spins again, I'll be live from here. If not, I'll probably be live from Pelican. So Pelican Island across the harbor, if y'all don't know. Cruising Scene says we loved the Allure. I agree. The Allure, even though she didn't have all the thrills when I was on it recently, I was on it like twice. Went back when she was in Canaveral. Actually 3 times. Holy shoot, I've been on a good bit out of Canaveral. Beautiful ship. Beautiful ship. Lots to do, even though she wasn't fully amplified. I can't wait to see her amplified. She's gonna have the pesky parrot, which I know is, I love that venue, so it's gonna be absolutely amazing here. Best of Boat World says when Icon 4 comes out, Galveston will probably get Icon. Yeah, that's probably what I'm predicting now there, Nathan. Again, obviously, unfortunately, we didn't get Icon when Legend came out. Legend is going to Port Everglades, which we thought was going to go into Miami, but
much better place than Port Miami, in my opinion.
Well, Captain Zach loves Port Everglades, even though Captain Zach's home port is Palm Beach, but he doesn't want you knowing that. Uh-oh. Wow. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Considering the amount of times I've cruised from Port Everglades, I think it's much more prominent than Port of Palm Beach. Nice port, nice people running the place, but it's too small. There's only one cruise ship leaving out of there.
We never bet on the Mariner. What is the red yellow ball on the ship? So that's in the stern. That is the sky pad. It used to be well, when it was put on the ship during its royal amplification, it was a giant trampoline, not a park, but like there was like 4 or 5 trampolines on the ship, and you were able to go ahead and jump, and it had it with virtual reality. It was super cool of an experience. Unfortunately, some guy got really hurt on it, filed to sue Royal Caribbean. Someone else got hurt too, but they didn't really sue, but basically Royal Caribbean said, you know what, we're gonna take the trampolines out of it. So right now it's just I believe like they have beanbag toss in it, a bunch of like dance classes and stuff in there. Right now it's just used as a multi-purpose venue, even though I heard Royal Caribbean is bringing back slowly but surely the sky pad on some of the ships. Okay, close enough, folks, close enough. Our spot of the turning. There you go. Again, unfortunately with the camera we got now, I have to manually punch it in. I'm looking about upgrading here soon to a camera system that allows me to auto zoom, digital zoom, but it's a little bit of pricey. So again, we appreciate all those folks watching us, 15 folks watching at this time. And folks watching on the replay, appreciate you tuning in for over, how long have we been live here? Almost half an hour of commentary. Again, appreciate y'all tuning in when we're hearing me chat and talk about stuff. Folks watching on the replay as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we got
our head yell leader,
Scott here, our great friend Scott. He's yes. Always a party out here in Galveston. Yeah, there she is, folks, spinning around. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. Bayonne could be an option. Again, I don't think Icon going to Bayonne, though, because I don't know if she can fit under the bridge. I know Oasis is barely fitting. I guess if you remove the stacks, like Oasis, maybe she'll fit. I don't know. I'm not too in depth into that style of cruising, you know, kind of figure things out. But
it's a effect called squat, and when the faster you go on a shallow channel, the more your ship kind of sinks-ish, goes below the water line.
I don't know if you're able to hear that, but Captain Zach displaying some of his nautical knowledge here live for us of
behind the scenes little effect that these ships
a little nautical navigation, you know, at the captain here. Don't follow him on YouTube. Go follow him, Zachary Nissenbaum Lamador. That's his channel, so go follow that. I think it is that. I think he changed it to that. It's not Captain Zach anymore, I don't believe. So, this is full name.
Type in my name. It's super long. Don't worry about it. You'll find me eventually. If you guys watch the Cruise Junkie, you'll eventually find me. A pair of sunglasses.
Oh, you want a pair? Oh. Oh yeah. Want UV 400 or UV 100?
I'll make you fall asleep either way.
Alright, we'll try these out. Let me know how great they are. I want these then. Someone said excited for the Mariner to come to New Orleans. Yeah, a lot of y'all excited for the Mariner to leave here. I don't blame you. It's a good ship for New Orleans. It's going to give Carnival a good run for their money. It's a really good ship. My personal favorite ship. So again, folks, been live here 34 minutes watching the Mariner depart. Still probably have another about 5-10 minutes of the live stream today. Again, folks, she's going to probably take about 5-10 minutes to get out to where we can't see it past the camera range. Again, we do appreciate each and one of you joining us for the live stream today of the beautiful Mariner of the Seas, spinning around here at the Port of Galveston, and also enjoying the other regional sites of the Port of Galveston, such as they had I didn't really show in the stream, but they had an autopilot boat. That was pretty cool. They had pilot boats, sailboats. Oh, and the Alyssa too. Scott brings up a good point. The Alyssa did pass the stream, but unfortunately, we kind of started the stream right when she was passing, so I didn't get too much of a shot. But you folks saw in the replay, you saw the Alyssa. Cruising breeze, what is going on? Freezing, sorry, my bad. It's not hard to see the chat, guys, again, so do apologize for butchering or whatever. It's a little hard to see the chat out here. Wish I could show you the setup. It's pretty interesting of a setup here, so.
I would love to see her go on board, I should say.
But yeah, folks, again, watching the Mariner depart. Galveston, she's picking up speed all the time. Me and Captain Zach last weekend was able to film a video for his channel, which hopefully you'll see sooner than later. And we were able to use our ship simulator at school and actually take a ship out of Pier 10. I took the con, I piloted the ship out, he did all the helming and stuff like that, and posted that video on my second channel, The Cruise Junkie. Check it out. Again, this is a collaboration between my second channel and the main channel. Second channel providing all the graphics and equipment of the beautiful, I forgot I had this graphic, should have shown this one earlier, the beautiful Mariner of the Seas. So, again, a good collaboration there between us two channels. Again, folks, we do greatly appreciate y'all tuning in. Not into the stream just yet. Just kind of want to spool it down Any last minute questions, let me know. Were you able to go live during sea turn on board the Kennedy? Unfortunately not, man. Unfortunately not. We don't get much bandwidth, and yeah. So unfortunately not, dude. Unfortunately not. But maybe next year with the state of Maine, I'll be able to stream live or something like that. I have to wait and see. Again, Kennedy this year, not quite sure if I'll be sailing or not this year. Just gotta wait and see how these classes are, you know. But actually, I'll be back on Florida, so there's your answer. Probably on the Kennedy, or streaming on the Kennedy, or be on it yourself. So. Hot in Texas? Yeah, it's steaming out here. I'm surprised the equipment hasn't overheated. My battery on the computer definitely has flown by. I started at 100%. It's at like 40% now, so it's running on pure battery. Fortunately, I was able to hook the battery up to the computer. I like Carnival better. Mariner Seas is a cool ship. Yeah, I've never been on Carnival, so I can't really answer like, oh, is Carnival better than Royal or stuff? I don't know. Our good friend Scott here actually is interning on with Fun Squad on the Elation out of Jacksonville. So if you're cruising on the Elation out of Jacksonville, say hi to my friend Scott here. So, all right, we're gonna get a shot here of the pilot boat. We'll go back to the Mariner, but Houston's coming back. So one of their big swath pilot boats. Absolutely amazing. I'll go back to the Mariner now. When they all actually came to see the Mariner, not the pilot boat. So, alright. So yeah, that's the maximum range of the camera we got here, folks. After she gets out of range of this position, we're gonna spool down our live stream. Yeah, we've seen about 4 pilot boats here just in the live stream, duration of the live stream here, so. So again, folks, we are enjoying this stream. Any more last minute cruise questions, put those in the chat as we start spooling down our coverage here. We do appreciate each one of you joining us in. If you have a super chat, we do appreciate that. It's not expected of you, but we do appreciate that. Keeping the stream running, paying for gas money for us to run the generator and stuff like that. So we again deeply do appreciate.
Oh, I see what you're doing. It's supposed to get out of the base.
So I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. Again, I'm really excited for this future. Hopefully the audio was good because that's a big test of today. I'm really excited for the future of live streaming at ports. I do wish, low-key, I really do wish that I was able to do this live on cruise ships, but with signal and stuff doesn't really work. But this is a super cool setup. And with that, folks, I am spooling down our live stream. If you leave you a shot with this OSV, leaving, heading out to the ditch. Again, appreciate every one of you joining us for the Mariner of the Seas live stream. My name is Tyler, and you are watching The Tyler Show. Again, big thanks to Captain Zach for helping us with this. And all right, folks, I'll see you on the next one. See ya.
They're obligated. Us, we go as normal students unless it's someone they invite us up to.
Someone said we get like priority access to the tickets or something.
That was the case.
That was the case.
Yeah, but now that